welcome back. This is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Today, I want to talk about the latest in regard to the ongoing Anwar Ali saga. Will he stay at Mohun Bagan? Will he go to East Bengal? Will he be suspended? What happens? The question that I asked today, can Anwar Ali get out of this mess that he and his management have created? Nobody else. Let's be very, very clear. Nobody has forced him into anything. He has signed a document. He wants now more money. That's not been offered to him by Mohun Bagan Super Giant. He wants to get out of the contract. East Bengal is offering him a huge contract. A khichdi, to just sum it up, the whole situation. Now, what has happened since yesterday? Do look at and watch the videos that I've made over the last 2 days on this Anwar Ali matter. Is that Anwar Ali has gone to the AIFF and has gone to the Player Status Committee and said that he does not want to continue in that loan agreement. He would like to get out of that loan agreement. He would like to sign a permanent deal with the club. And therefore, he needs the help, so to say, of the federation on that matter. It's a weird strategy because in other parts of the letter, he's trying to say, listen, I signed a long-term loan contract, but due to the change of regulations, it's no longer valid. So the question is being uninformed, not knowledgeable enough, not being advised properly, a reason to get out of a contract, yes or no? And from my understanding is, I know that player status committees or the FIFA Player Status Tribunal or even CAS very often decide cases in favor of players. But then it is mainly about issues of payments, of potential mistreatment, problems with coach, officials or other things. All these things have not happened in the Anwar Ali case. In the Anwar Ali case, it's very, very clear that last year a 4-year loan deal was signed. The player signed a deal. After he signed the deal, there were other players signed by Mohun Bagan. I go back to what I said yesterday. Sahal first, then Anirudh Thapa, now Apuya, and all the salaries are much, much higher than what Anwar got. That's the reason why they were looking for a loophole to try to terminate that contract with Mohun Bagan, and Ranjit Bajaj put the player out on the market. Other clubs turned it down. East Bengal were the club who jumped on the bandwagon and said, hey, listen, okay, Anwar Ali is on the market. We have a problem in defense. Let's sign the player. That's the status. But if I see the things as they are here at the moment, and if no other facts come out, Mohun Bagan is in a very, very strong position because they have a valid contract with the player. The player has unilaterally terminated that contract. And again, a termination as per ruling can only be mutual. And the interesting part is that that Anwar says that his contract doesn't have a termination clause. So the first thing I would ask then, who's representing Anwar if his contract doesn't have a termination clause? Normally you will have a termination clause which, either says at what stage can that 4-year contract be terminated, at what stage also the two parties need to come together, find a mutual agreement, and then terminate the contract. So this is, we've had this discussion in regard to the Igor Stimac contract where the termination clause was removed by the AIFF for reasons which we don't know. Let's not get into that discussion. But here in this situation, it's very, very clear that Anwar is on very, very weak ground. And if things are to be believed, I've been told by multiple sources, by multiple people, that East Bengal has some sort of written agreement with Anwar Ali. And that would mean at this moment, as how things stand, that East Bengal has poached a player of an opponent who is still on a long-term contract. You can normally get into negotiations with players 6 months before the end of a contract. There are other regulations in regard to loan deals, but in this situation, if East Bengal has anything in writing and that comes out, East Bengal club are in serious, serious trouble. Sadly to say, East Bengal has stuck its neck out, you can talk to a player. You don't talk to a player. You talk to his agent, or you use an agency as an intermediary to talk in your name, but you do not go out into the market and talk. This is how it's professionally done. And this, if East Bengal has done something wrong, they will have to be punished. And that punishment is either a 1 or most likely a 2 transfer window transfer ban plus a fine. Anwar Ali would most likely get a playing ban, which can be, I don't know how many months plus a fine. Delhi FC is also involved, so they could also get in trouble. And then there's the status of Ranjit Bajaj, where one has to ask, Ranjit, what are you in this whole equation? Are you the owner of Delhi FC? Are you acting as a godfather of the player? Are you actually acting like the agent? Because how you're saying and have written things is, it looks like you're acting as an agent, and you cannot have double or multiple roles as someone who's involved in football. So therefore, these are all questions that need to be answered by, first of all, the Player Status Committee, and then it goes on further to other committees. In the worst case, this will go to the FIFA ethics committees, and then long-term bans could be imposed on certain people. So therefore, it's a very, very tricky scenario. As said, and I repeat again, I think Mohun Bagan at the moment are on very, very strong ground because they have a contract. Whatever happened last year with that contract is a totally different discussion that could also be had later on. But at the moment, on the other side, Anwar Ali has unilaterally terminated a contract which he is not in a position to terminate, because the clause that's being quoted by him and by Ranjit Bajaj is not in effect in Indian football. And there is no rule which does not say you cannot sign multi-year loan deals. And then there is East Bengal, who potentially have signed a pre-contract or maybe even a proper contract with the player for a ridiculous amount of money, if that is all true, what is being discussed. And that is another violation. So therefore, can Anwar Ali get out of this mess? The simple answer is no. There will be punishment of some sorts for him, people representing him, the clubs involved. And then we'll see what happens to him, because also Mohun Bagan has sent a letter to the IFA where they've stated that they would like to register the player for the CFL. And on the other side, they've asked Anwar to return to training on the 19th of July. So there's another chapter coming next week, because if he doesn't turn up, there's a fine of 1 lakh per day. And at the moment, Anwar, as per general understanding, is a contracted player of Mohun Bagan Super Giant. So, as I tweeted 3 days ago, this was only the start of the Anwar Ali saga. There's a lot to be happening on this. And it's sad that a player of his stature has gotten himself into such a mess. Do let me know what you guys think. Let me have your opinions. Like and share this video. Subscribe to arunfoot. Subscribe to my other social medias as well. Visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back very, very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.